Good evening from BBC Look North. I'm Crispin Rolfe. Police have started a murder investigation after the death of a woman in Gainsborough. Officers were called to Wilden Street in the early hours of the morning, where they found a woman with serious injuries. The 44-year-old was taken to hospital, where she died a short time later. Police are still at the scene and are appealing for witnesses. 2 men have died after a light aircraft crashed in a village near Hom on Spalding Moor. The emergency services were called to Thorngamby this morning, where a 2-seater plane had crashed. Police say 2 men in their 20s, believed to be the pilot and the passenger, were killed. Shocking photos of near misses between pedestrians and trains at level crossings have been released to get people to stay off railway tracks this summer. Network Rail's released footage of people risking their lives by taking part in photo shoots, crossing in front of oncoming trains and even lying down on the tracks. The firm's urging people to stay off the railway and not to put others at risk during the summer holidays. They say there were almost 3,000 trespassers in the East Midlands alone in the past year.
And the 2,700 figure is roughly 8 incidents per day just in the East Midlands region. So that's a hell of a lot of trespass incidents. A lot of those situations are through people who are putting themselves at risk. They are misusing the railway. They're not looking and listening and stopping before crossing. Or, as some of the clips show, they just don't care.
Protesters have been banned from going near the Drax power station. The company's secured a High Court injunction against activists after police were tipped off about plans for a protest camp at the site near Goole. The court heard that activity was planned in the coming weeks, with police advising the action to protect people and energy production. Well, a swimming coach from Lincolnshire is preparing her GB star for his Olympic final tonight before heading to the other side of the world herself. Adam Peaty's going for his 4th gold medal in the pool later, but he's coached by Mel Marshall from Boston, one of the top British female coaches in all of history. Well, regardless of the result this evening, after the Paris Games, Mel's heading to Australia after being poached by their swimming team. Natalie Jackson reports.
She's been showing Adam Peaty the ropes for 17 years.
That's perfect now! One of the things I'm most proud of as a coach is the length of time that we've been able to continue to work in a really high performance space.
But not only has she guided Peaty to 3 Olympic gold medals, but been Loughborough's national lead coach and a double Olympian herself, a 6 times Commonwealth champion. But now, after 30 years of serving her country, she's been poached by Australia.
There was opportunities and there was offers and there was a feeling of desire for the skill set that I had, and I went with it was the right time in my life, and I went with it's a good adventure to take on board, and I went with those things. Matched what I wanted to do in the next stage of my career.
Marshall's been educated with the elite. She's won countless coaching awards and is one of the most successful female coaches in history.
In this country, are we supporting our female coaches enough, do you think?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
So the Paris Games will be her 5th Olympics, her last as the national centre lead coach at Loughborough.
Of course there's mixed emotions, but ultimately I'm a professional and ultimately I've got a job to do, and my job is to wear that flag with pride and absolutely go out there and be the best coach that I can be over this next period. And this to me is my super strength. So when we get into that environment and we get into that arena space, this is where I come alive even more. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing what it is to be, an Olympic coach, and I'm going to go do what I do.
And good luck to her. In Hull, nearly £5 million extra is needed to complete the regeneration of Queen's Gardens. Funding of £12 million was announced to make improvements at the city centre park in 2021, but the project's now expected to cost more than £20 million. Additional costs include more tree planting, rebuilding walls, drainage and hazard removal. And after nearly a week, a car that was stranded on Cleethorpes Beach has been recovered from the sand. The 4x4 was removed in the early hours of Friday by North East Lincolnshire Council. The Coast Guard was first alerted to the problem last weekend. They're warning people about the dangers of driving on the beach. Well, it has been beach weather today. Will it continue? Here's Georgie Palmer.
Good evening. Some glorious late evening sunshine to enjoy this evening, and I'm pleased to say, if you like the warm sunny weather, more to come at least for the start of next week. For this evening, a quiet picture, remaining dry overnight, some patchy clouds, some patches of mist possible, and generally milder compared to last night with lows down to 11 Celsius. Now, of course, these clear skies mean a glorious start to the day tomorrow. Pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine initially, more fair weather cloud bubbling up in the afternoon, but of course the main feature, again, the temperature. Highs tomorrow inland, easily reaching at 27 Celsius. Still warm and sunny on Tuesday, the risk of thunder by Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Thanks, George. You were back just after 10 o'clock this evening. Well, we will find out whether or not Mel Marshall's coaching of Adam Peaty has paid off in the 100-metre breaststroke. That's it for now, though. Bye-bye.
Hello there. It's been a very warm day